Hey everybody, welcome back to RC with Adam. I've got my Flysky FS-i6x right here, and what I want to show you today is how to limit the total throttle output, the maximum power level that you can get. Maybe you have a battery that's like a 4-cell or 3-cell or just something that's too powerful, and maybe you're a beginner and you just don't want so much power because you're not ready to handle it yet, and that's okay. And what you can do is actually change the maximum throttle output, the power, the speed of the motor on the throttle by going into the throttle curve settings and changing that. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. As always, whenever you're messing around with the motor and settings on your transmitter, take off your propeller. I have this piece of tape on here so you can see that the motor is spinning, but take off your propeller, otherwise you might get chopped up. So we're going to plug in the battery here. We're already bound up to the receiver, and that's why it's beeping. All right, here we are in the main screen here. We're going to press and hold OK to get into the main menu. We're going to select the functions setup menu. Then we're going to scroll down to throttle curve right there. We're going to press OK to get in here. Now you see we have low, 1, 2, 3, and high. And so that's going to correspond to this right here on the graph. So as you can see, basically high is 100% right here at the top corner, and low is 0% at the bottom left corner. So let's say that we want to actually decrease this like a lot. Let's say we want the maximum output to be 50%. Okay. So what we want to do is the highest level right here, we want to set to 50%. So we're just going to use the down key here to scroll down to 50%. So you can see the difference here, right? But the thing is, if we just left it like that, it would be like, it would go way up to 75 and then go back down to 50%, which would be weird. So if we want to keep kind of a straight, like linear curve, which I guess a linear thing wouldn't be a curve, but if we want to keep basically a kind of a straight ramp up, what we want to do is actually kind of decrease everything by half. So we'll take this down to about 35-ish, 30, 34, 30, something like that. Take this one down to about 25, number 2 down to about 25, and then take number 1 down to about 12 or so, 11 or 12. So something like that. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. And actually let's increase this one a little bit. There we go. So about, I don't know, about 37. We get a pretty straight line. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference in actual practice. And low, we're going to keep at 0. So you can see that the actual line has gotten way lower, so we're not going to get as much power no matter the throttle position. So what this means is when the throttle is all the way up, that's going to be at 50% power, because this says that the highest setting is 50% power. So we're going to get half as much power out of this. Now the advantage to this is that on your throttle stick here, you have the same sort of muscle memory, and you can feel it when it goes all the way up and all the way down. And so the travel distance is going to be the same, which I think could be kind of beneficial if you're learning to use this radio, as opposed to having some sort of a physical limiting device in here where, say, this would be 50, this would be maximum throttle, which would still be 50% if you didn't change any of the settings, So that could be kind of weird because you're getting less travel. So this way we actually have more stick resolution, and because the stick actually has to move more to get that 50% power. Hopefully that made sense, but this is kind of one, I think that this method is kind of advantageous compared to a physical limiting device. Now, if you're wondering why the motor hasn't been going off, because it's plugged in and everything, that's because I set up an arming switch right here, and you can learn about how to do that in another video. So right now it's disarmed, but I'll go ahead and arm it so you can see the motor move. There we go. So that's the new maximum power right there. So that's the new maximum power. So just to give you an example here, to kind of show you the difference, let's go ahead and make the high setting. Let's go ahead and make the high setting. Let's take that back up to 100. Okay, so back up to 100, and then you can see here. So yeah, pretty big difference. Now, as a bonus, and I'll probably do this in another video as well, but I'll just show you right now, you'll notice that when we turn on the motor, we actually move the stick quite a bit before it actually starts up. So I want to get rid of that because we have all this dead space and we don't need that dead space. So what we can do is actually we can go in the, let's see, here we can scroll up to endpoints. And then what we can do is use the OK button to scroll down to channel 3, which is our throttle setting. And this right here is going to be the low end of the throttle. So what we can actually do is decrease this until the throttle will start. So we actually have to decrease this like a lot. There we go. So right about 68. But here's the thing, we don't actually want the throttle to start up until we've raised the throttle a little bit. So really that's pretty good right about there, because we want to make sure that when the throttle stick is all the way down, that our motor will shut off. I think that's probably pretty good. So it looks like about 70%. So what that means is like we were able to raise it about 30% before it actually started up, which is not very good. You're not going to have as much resolution in like your power. You're not going to be able to adjust the power as finely. So once we have this the way we want it, we'll press and hold cancel. Now you can see that when we raise the throttle just a little bit, it's going to start it up, and we have a lot more fine adjustments here until we get to the very top, which maxes out at 50%, just like we set it up. So there you go, folks. That's all there is to it. It takes a little bit of doing, but you know, a fairly straightforward way of adjusting your overall motor speed, your throttle output. So that way, if you want to have somebody else fly and they're not quite ready for this kind of battery, you can do that. Or if you want to buy, say, you know, this could actually be good. Say if you want to buy like a more powerful battery because you're gonna work your way up to it, but you don't want to start out with that much power. This could be a great option. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for subscribing and liking on this video. And if there's anything else FlySky related that you'd like to see, please leave me a comment. And of course, if you have any questions about this, leave me a comment as well, and maybe I or someone else will be able to help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.